All right, let's talk about that feeling. You know the one? The feeling that you have a mind that just never, ever shuts off. Today, we're basically creating a user manual for that exact piece of equipment. Have you ever been there? It's late at night and you're just lying awake replaying some random conversation from like 5 years ago. Or maybe you feel completely drained, just mentally exhausted, even though you barely did anything physical all day. If any of that sounds familiar, you know what it's like to have an engine in your head that just doesn't have an off switch. So let's just ask it directly. Be honest with yourself. Does it feel like your mind has a real functioning off switch? If the answer is a quick no, well, you are definitely not alone, but I get it. It can feel incredibly isolating sometimes. And this is where the big disconnect happens, right? People are always telling you, oh, just relax, but inside it feels like you're trying to shut down a jet engine with a pillow. They say, stop overthinking it, while your brain is busy replaying every single word of a conversation. It's not just worrying, it's a deep state of mental exhaustion where that kind of advice, it just doesn't land. So here's where we're gonna make a huge pivot. What if all of that mental noise, that constant worrying, isn't a flaw? Seriously. What if it's not a bug in your system but a core feature of a really powerful machine? This is the key. Understanding this changes everything. Let this one sink in. Your brain isn't broken. It's not defective. It's a supercomputer, and it's constantly running incredibly complex calculations. The problem was never the machine itself. It's that nobody ever gave you the user manual for it. Until now. You know, there's actually a term for this: high cognitive activity. And no, this isn't some disorder. It's a state where your brain is literally wired to be constantly analyzing, running simulations, and trying to decode the world around you, even when you're supposed to be chilling out. And that connects right into this next idea: continuous processing. Just think of it like your brain is running background diagnostics on your life all the time, just scanning to make sure nothing important was missed. That's why replaying that conversation isn't really worrying, it's processing. It's a totally different frame. Okay, so if it's a feature, why the heck does it happen? I mean, really understanding the mechanics behind it, that's the first real step to getting a handle on it. So let's break down the main reasons your mind is always on. When you boil it all down, it really comes back to 3 fundamental drivers. The first reason is, well, you're just built for that continuous processing we were just talking about. Your brain doesn't need to be asked. It automatically gets to work analyzing past events, future decisions, random bits of data, you name it. This isn't a defect, you see. It's a sign of real cognitive depth. And second, there's something called cognitive complexity. You don't just see a situation for what it is. Oh no. Your brain immediately starts running these complex mental simulations of what it could be. It's exploring every angle, every risk, every possible outcome. Now, to someone on the outside, this might look like you're being indecisive, but what's really happening? You're processing multiple timelines at once, and that, as you can imagine, takes a ton of energy. And the third reason, wow, this quote just nails it perfectly. A high-performance brain needs a real challenge. When it doesn't have a big, complicated external problem to solve, it doesn't just go quiet, it turns inward, and it creates its own problems to solve. It'll latch on to tiny details or invent worries out of thin air just to have something to chew on. Okay, so we get the why. Now let's get to the how, the part you've been waiting for. Look, this is not about shutting the machine down. Let's be real, that's probably impossible. This is about learning how to steer it. So let's get into some real practical strategies for managing this incredible system. We're going to focus on 3 core steps to master this thing. Number 1, practicing cognitive restraint. Number 2, you got to feed the beast. And number 3, seeking out low sensory environments. Let's break down what each of those actually means. So step 1 is cognitive restraint. Your first instinct is probably to fight a thought, right? To try and push it out of your head. But you know what happens? That just gives it more power. The trick is to do the opposite. Just observe it. See the thought pop up, label it. Ah, that's just my brain processing again, and then make a conscious choice not to get on that train. You don't have to engage with it. Next up, you have to feed the beast. Remember that bored mind that starts to eat itself? The best solution is to give it a worthy opponent. You've got to channel all that amazing cognitive energy into something that's actually complex and challenging. Learn a tough new skill, like a new language or how to code. Solve a complex puzzle. Dive headfirst into a deep topic like quantum physics. Give your brain a hard problem to solve, and it'll stop manufacturing its own. And finally, our third strategy. Look, your brain is already a pretty loud place, right? it generates a massive amount of internal noise. So to find some balance, you have to reduce the external noise. This is why so many people with super active minds crave quiet spaces or late-night solitude. It's not about being antisocial, it's about reducing the incoming data so the internal system has a chance to cool down. So when you put all this together, what you have are the beginnings of a real user manual for your mind. You can finally stop treating it like it's some kind of defect that needs to be fixed and start seeing it for what it truly is, an incredibly powerful engine.
And that really brings us to the single most important point of this whole thing. The goal was never to think less. For a mind like this, that's not even a realistic goal, and frankly, it's not a desirable one either. The real goal is to learn how to think with purpose, to aim that incredible processing power at things that actually matter to you.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. You've got a supercomputer sitting in your head, and now you've got the first few pages of the user manual. You're not fighting the machine anymore, you're learning how to steer it. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?